Say that again.
I do. I have a herpetic eye.
Is that a real thing? Or
It is. No,
you jerking my bobber?
No, I'm not. This is
Okay.
this. No, I have eye herpes. I've had it. That's
herpetic?
why I had. Yeah, it's called a herpetic virus.
Herpetic virus.
But it went right across the front of my eye, which split my
remember you
vision. So I
telling me,
had
yeah.
double vision. Everything. There were two of everything just off of each other. I'd see something, and then just off of it was another vision of it.
Dude,
so I couldn't ride my motorcycle, couldn't do any of that
Yeah,
because
it's-
there's. What do you mean? How cool would that be?
Did you see
That was
two of them?
See two of you?
No, I'm talking like
See,
elk. Two.
Okay, yeah. Well, which one do you shoot?
Both.
That's okay.
Shoot them both.
But anyway, that's why I
you got
had
two
to have
guns.
part of my eye shaved off.
No,
and
I-
have to wear this special glass lens to smooth out my eyeball so I can see.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that, but I don't remember you using the terminology herpetic.
Herpetic, yeah. It's not something you hear often.
Herpetic. It just kind of rolls off the herpetic.
It,
It might roll. That went. See, I didn't even mean for that.
you don't want
to
herpetic
just-
rolling off your tongue.
Sorry, James. Yeah.
Okay, are we rolling? Oh, great. Okay.
yes.
Hey, it's the Mike in the
The
Mountain.
Mike and the Mountain.
I'm Brian Gary.
Scott Cisco.
That's
he
it.
Can't say it.
I don't know. I'm just leaving it to you because
I like that. I appreciate that.
We're going to do something different this time on the Mike in the Mountain podcast.
Okay.
I'm going to sit back, let you drive.
Oh,
No.
B. James
No.
in the back.
Just,
B.
just saying that, the airbag went off. All right, that's it.
I can drive this boat.
Try it.
It's
Try
just
it.
gonna float funny.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna roll with the tides.
Hey, speaking of boats, no, this has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But we were talking before James hit record. We were having a little oyster war here. I don't understand eating oysters. They're one of those foods that I just don't get because we were discussing this, nobody takes an oyster and you see them chew it up or anything. They take it and it's just swallow it.
Well,
and
raw oysters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the point of that? Why not just have a Tylenol? I mean, if you've got to swallow it and not even, what's the point of the dang thing?
And that's a very valid
I don't
question.
understand. Give
No.
me 6 Tylenol on the half shell.
Yeah, I mean, I preferred mine smoked. You can chew them with a little Himalayan sea salt.
Everything's got Himalayan sea salt.
Well, yes, it does. I mean, if you don't have Himalayan sea salt on everything you eat, you're missing out. It's healthy for you.
But isn't an oyster basically like going, and there it is.
Ish.
Hey, there we go. Ish.
Ish.
Okay.
You don't want to chew that either.
No.
No. That'd be bad. That'd be bad.
All right. Well, hey, I just
Okay.
had to find out. Well, here's how my day started today. Do I sound like I'm getting emo already?
It was
Ish.
Ish.
Okay. All right.
Ish,
Yeah,
the
we'll go
newer
with it.
ish.
Yeah, the newer
Ish.
ish. Well, no, I got a couple things to get. This may explain my mood. Okay.
Oh.
All right. No, I woke up and my dog's next to me. My big poodle Dante. He sleeps with me.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I go to give him the good morning snuggle.
Yeah.
And I grab him and I
he's a
nuzzle
big,
on
fluffy,
into.
curly, nappy.
He's just.
I like that
he's
dude, man.
absolutely wonderful.
His hide is plush.
Oh, and he's just.
And don't take that wrong coming from a guy that knows hides.
I don't.
I mean, don't take this wrong for those.
He's
people
not
that
going to
know.
live forever mounted by these deer in here, okay?
No, but he'd make a good pillowcase.
Yes.
I'm just saying, man, dude. That
No, Oprah
you
the pug
downfill
would
that?
make.
No,
Oprah the pug.
no.
Her
She's
fur,
already downfilled.
It's like but her fur is like beaver.
It is, but it's short and pokey, and it's more like marmot.
Okay.
Marmot. I'm gonna go.
So my pug is more like a marmot.
It's just
Actually-
not that plush. Right.
No,
It's
you
not
got
that
something.
plush luster, that you can really sink your hands into.
It's hard not to pet my pug.
No, it ain't.
Oh yeah, you stay away from her. Yeah, I know.
I'm not a pugalicious.
Anyway, so I'm snuggling Dante,
Yes, you are.
and I go to nuzzle into what I think is his face.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, when you wake up with a face full of poodle rear, that's
Oh, no.
oh
You always blaming me for taking things in the wrong.
what? There's nothing wrong about that. That was just
No, that's wrong.
a dog lover's mistake. I had no
Yeah.
idea. I thought his
But-
breath was a little different. That was
We just went right at the PG.
No, there was nothing wrong with that. Every dog owner can relate to that. Anybody who owns a dog and has slept with it has nuzzled its butt accidentally.
Okay, so what did it have for dinner last night?
What did it have for dinner
Yeah,
last
because
night?
I heard that's how they.
I shared my manicotti with them.
Oh,
Poodles love Italian food. I don't know if you knew that.
I know.
Did you ever see the Lady in the Tramp?
But that's good to know.
They were
Because if
eating
I ever
spaghetti.
bait your dog, I'll know how to get him in the trap.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just
Manicotti.
saying manicotti.
Yeah, manicotti. If
Here
you're ever
comes
trying to
my
make that pillow. You stay away from my animals.
Dante.
No. And also,
I'd never do that, just so everybody knows.
Oh,
That
by the
ain't-
way,
that ain't right.
speaking of oysters, could your son eat those right now? I want to give a shout out to your boy.
To E-Dog.
Yeah, E-Dog had his tonsils taken out.
And adenoids
And
in
adenoids.
26 minutes, man. Dude,
Wow.
technology from my IT
Did you
for
tie it to a
J-Man.
drone and just have it go and yank it like a tooth?
Well, no, but I told Leah, I said, listen, if the doc can do this with technology in 26 minutes, you know what I do to coyotes and raccoons and how quick I can extract essence. I told Leah, you got nothing to worry about, baby. Daddy can do this. That didn't go over.
That didn't go over,
That got
no.
shut down real quick.
No,
But
no.
no, 26, because they give you text messages. Somehow with technology, whether, I don't know whether there's a gal, Doc, you starting? Okay, he's starting. I don't know. That's how I
It might
imagine
be.
because I'm old school.
Right.
But, talking to James, he's like, no, it's in the gun and the ray gun and the.
No, they
it's
write it on a
ray.
piece of paper,
It
push
loads.
really hard so it goes through the carbon and makes a
Yeah,
copy on
and-
the other side, and then
And
they
then the
send it
nurse
to
is
you.
over there at the Waikiki. That's where I learned school, Waikiki for my texting.
Oh yeah, I'm a
Waikiki.
I'm a
and my
hunting
fingers, man, they hit every button. That's why I tried the voice to text, and that does not work either. Apparently, I need a speech therapist.
I think I need
Where
a
were
neck
we?
brace because of the whiplash from you taking us in
Yeah, where
directions
the
that I have
hell
no going.
were we on,
We
Dante?
were talking about your son and getting
My
his
son,
and
E-Dog.
they were getting text messages
E-Dog.
throughout the continuous
Yes.
procedure.
Well,
And
oysters
it's-
come in. Dante, the pillow, I could sleep good. I saw.
Bottom line is,
E-Dog.
boy's doing good.
Yeah, he's doing
Doing
great.
good,
He's
eating
doing
some
great.
oysters
He's-
upstairs
He's
and-
bruised. He's sore. But you know what? Last night, man, we were waking him up about every hour to keep
Just like
fluids.
it's in the hospital.
Yeah.
that's
We've been, Don't we know that?
Yeah,
But no, just to keep his throat wet because they were saying that statistically, kids or anybody, even adults, at like between 2 and 4, because that's when you get in your REM sleep.
Yes.
Your throat
Depending on
dries
when you
out.
go to bed,
You-
but-
well, yeah, you're breathing, you dry out, especially that kind of trauma to the back of your throat. So we kept waking him up, having him take a drink, and man, he's taking it like a champ, man.
Does he sleep with his mouth open a little bit, or is it closed?
No, he's a nose breather, man. I've
Oh,
never
is he really?
understood that.
Okay, because I was going to say you could just sneak in and spray stuff down his
Oh, that'd
throat.
be fun. wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
they love that.
Yeah.
yeah. That's All
yeah,
right.
till you choke your kid to death. And
Well,
then,
okay, again, we're not going for parent of the year here.
right, no. No, B.
All right, so he's doing well.
Yes.
My middle grandson Zayden last night had his last baseball game of the year.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so he's one of those kids who during baseball he hides, so he can't be seen because like they'll say it's time to bat, and he'll be the one who 2 games in a row he never got to bat.
Because he don't want to?
They forget about him because he doesn't make a lot of noise and stand out. He's kind of hiding in the corner
Okay.
because he didn't really know anybody. So I'm sitting there through 2 games in a row, which of course I was so thrilled to attend. And not once did he get up to bat. But we're looking, and we've got to be, distant. So we're out in the outfield,
Right,
as far out as you can be, and you're trying to pick out which
With your
kid is your
spotting
grandkid.
scope?
Yeah, luckily I had the night vision binoculars.
Yeah, really,
and I was
yeah.
able to hone in,
I
saw a
think
couple
that's
of
him.
coyotes. Nope, that's my grandson. All right, so
You never noticed coyotes before.
well, no, well, we're looking for him in the field. Then I see all the kids, and I can't find my grandson. Can't find him anywhere. And then I'm like, could he possibly be catching? That's it. And I never really knew. And we went
face
home
mask
after
and pants and-
after the game. Zayden comes home and he goes, "Hey, Papa, guess what?" I said, "What?" He said, I told the coach I've always wanted to be catcher, so he put me in at catcher in the last inning.
No way.
I said, "That's really cool." He said, "You know what happened?" I said, "No." He said, "I got hit in the balls." No, is it?
That's what It's those impactful moments in our youth. I mean, we've all got them,
I
right?
said that had to be rough. He said twice. And it was like a badge of honor, and then he knocked on his cup and walked on.
Oh.
You know, it's like, equipment
he had a
check.
cup.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, good job last night, little guy. You got that great experience.
So you are way out there, man. That's got to suck.
What's that?
What an uncomfortable feeling having to go watch your grandkids and not be in the bleachers. I mean, we're all struggling with that today, man. Especially with our kids, man. It's not what we had. It's not what we did and what we look forward for them to experience. But we judge it as this is going to be bad for them because we're putting our, thoughts.
Well, they have all of the parents and grandparents then lining the outfield fence because we can't be allowed into the park where they are. So you're out there, and of course, everyone's socially distancing there, as you're piled on top of each other out there watching the kids. But thanks to everyone involved in the youth sports programs. It's so good for our kids.
They're doing it.
To get out there, the things that they learn about teamwork and all that. Sports teaches kids so much. And I just appreciate everyone who volunteers their time to get out there, even though you didn't let my kid bat 2 games in a row. That's it. Let's get to the shirt of the day. It's my band shirt. Each day we do a podcast, I represent a different band. Today, just to the camera, it is Drake White and the Big Fire.
The Big Fire.
I had Drake White is one guy that I brought into town when we used to do it was called a New from Nashville series at the radio station I worked at. And we brought in Drake twice for that. And he knocked me out every time. He's one of those guys. The first time he was playing it, I was at the Boot in Loveland.
Okay.
All right, in Loveland, Colorado. And we get Drake White up on stage, and it's, it's a bar. Yeah. So, people are drinking, they're eating their food, they're carrying on, and they don't always give the artist their full attention. No. They're singing over conversations and all that. Right. A great artist has a way of winning over a room in those situations. I watched Drake White start out performing, and people are talking and so forth, and as he's going, it gets a little quieter and a little quieter. There's still a little bit of mumbling, and you see him step away from his microphone, stand on the edge of the stage with his guitar, and sang his ass off and just demanded your attention. And by the end of his set, you heard nothing but stomping, clapping, and people turning into Drake White fans. Okay. He's one of the best live performers I've ever seen.
Comparable
just flat
to, because I don't know him.
He's just.
What do you compare it to? He's not a George Strait, which George Strait brought George Strait.
Put it this way: the music you hear, you can see go through his body.
Oh, okay. Like a Garth Brooks
he can't quit stomping. He's like, if you were to say you're out camping and you can smell a campfire in the distance and you can hear like a little bit of music going and it sounds like there might be something going on out in the woods, and you work your way through the trees and open them up, and there's a band around a big bonfire playing and everybody's dancing and passing around a jug. That's Drake White.
Okay.
That's the vibe that he brings. When we bring him in, because he's going to come and hang with us next time he comes to Colorado. Nice. I've been visiting with him, and I think I got him.
Right on.
But he absolutely loves the outdoors.
He
is a spirit animal. Oh. He's always called me his spirit brother because we meet each other. He sent me a wooden box that he had crafted with his name on it, that had a bird feather inside of it.
Wow, that's heavy, man.
Yeah, and it's just really cool, and I keep that thing all the time. It's one of those things you show to people. What's that? And it's you put your weed in there. That's what they always say.
The botanical specialist of Colorado.
That's what it looks like. But he has a new EP out called Stars, and if you haven't checked it out yet, do so. Great song called Luckiest Man, and I played one for you that if it's about the world would be a better place. You know,
Oh, that was him?
That was him.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
All would be right with the world.
Yes.
You know, if every
Yes.
5 o'clock whistle ended with a 12-ounce curl, all would be right with the world. And just, more Andy Griffith reruns.
Oh,
and,
come
if guns were only
Gunsmoke.
used for, doves, duck, and deer.
Oh.
That's what he's talking about. That's
Dude,
what
I
he's
love
all
the cat
about.
already, man. He's a brother.
You will.
He's a brother, man.
He is
guaranteed.
truly a brother. So I cannot recommend him enough. Check out Drake White's music. I absolutely love the guy. All right. So I'm honoring him with this shirt today. Not only a good friend, but a great artist. And I'm checking the mail every day because this is a big time for me.
Your email?
My snail mail.
Snail
The regular.
mail.
Yeah. I'm going out to the.
I want to check that because you and I are the same cut. And like, sometime I watch the mail too a lot. But
I got out and got the mail every day, waiting on that mailman. Nothing yet, but soon I am going to be a real man. Because coming
let's
in the
talk
mail,
about that, bro.
coming
Let's
in the
talk
mail,
about that,
any
man.
day, I'm
Come
waiting
on.
on it. Me and a bunch of 10 and 11-year-olds around the country are going to be
Around the-
celebrating
Yes.
when they get their certified hunter's education card. I have never, I'm 54 years old.
Right?
I have not hunted.
Right?
This is not something I've done. This
know.
is, again, I'm experiencing a whole new
We're
realm.
looking forward to it.
I
We're-
cannot wait because one of the things that this whole situation that we've been going through in this country has taught people is how you can provide for yourself. People are looking into that more and more and discovering the outdoors and all this. Well, I luckily was getting my foot in before all this went down. But one thing I never did, man, all the kids in school growing up, I mean, they weren't in school during deer season.
Right.
You know,
right,
I mean, when it was
right.
opening day,
Oh,
they
yeah.
weren't there.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it was like a high school sport.
Back in the day,
You
that
know,
was legit,
it
man.
truly was.
Yeah.
And you were on the team. You had a gun rack in the back of your truck. That
Right.
was it.
Yeah,
But
seriously. When was the last time you seen a gun rack in the back of a truck?
last time I went to North Dakota, but never have had this in my life. And I spent the day going through the course and doing all this, passed it, and now I'm just waiting for the official card to come in the mail. And it's a really exciting time for me.
As it should be,
the
man.
thought of stocking
It
my
is.
freezer with meat that I have harvested, that God has provided for me to go and take and be grateful in it, and I will be so thankful to that animal. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. And man, just the thought of filling my freezer with me doing it, it's such, it makes me feel really
No,
good.
and prepare yourself to legit cry. I mean,
Yeah?
every man, woman, and child I've taken up on their first hunt. And nothing, I mean, listen, I've hunted what feels like forever. But when I get to experience taking a young man or a young woman or husband or, any of these, man, when I take them up and put them on their first deer, there's always tears because of how I set the stage in respect, fair chase, ethical take. And then when you put that in your freezer, seriously, man, it prepare yourself. It is something that it's like the first time you shot a gun, or the first time you drove, or the first time you figured out what the back seat of your car was in high school. Dude, it's legit, man.
Do you remember the situation of your first?
Back seat?
No,
Oh,
I would never
dear.
ask that.
I didn't know.
Never.
Because
Because knowing you, it could have happened while hunting.
Well, no.
So I don't.
No. Well,
Put
there
on
was
this blaze orange, and I'll see you by the tree.
One time. No, I couldn't even see her then because I can't see the blaze orange. Yeah, it was all camoed.
But do you know what age you were?
Boy, first like deer.
Yeah,
elk,
yeah.
eh.
Yeah, you were.
It's been
you
that
were young.
many deer and elk. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's been a lot of deer and elk. I
Well,
think alligator was before any of it, though. I really think the alligator.
Am I going to be one of the oldest firsts that you've taken to experience this? Because I know you talk about, and I know the excitement that a person gets when they do it, and you get the same excitement watching somebody do it.
You may be.
I might be the oldest.
I mean, we've just got started. No, we've just got started doing this legit. We manage a few ranches that we're responsible for maintaining the level of whitetail on this property. So we are not trophy hunting. We are not. We are.
I'm meat hunting.
We are meat hunting, man. We are maintaining a herd. It is up to me to manage this. And should it be up to me? I mean, I get a lot of people. Why do you think you should maintain the herd? Well, nobody's maintaining humans. We're overtaking everything, and so it forces us, for wildlife conservation, to play a part in the wildlife to keep them around. Not to eliminate them, not to trophy hunt, but to keep them around. I mean, I got my things hanging on the wall, man. I do. I've got stuff hanging on the wall. But, you know, James was a great example. We've communicated about this multiple times. And there's some that could be trophy class. But the respect, when you get to know me and I take you to that level, and all the people that I've taken over the last couple of years with these opportunities that have come about, man, it changes the world. It changes your outlook on it. I mean, it's an awesome thing. I mean, I got to share this story. Little girl I took up, man, she told me all the way up to the mountain how on this zombie game, man, she is the best with her crossbow. She head shoots every zombie and just going on and on. I'm like, this is going to be interesting. This is really going to be interesting. And we got up there and we got out and we started doing our stalk and we come up on some whitetail and I put her within 40 yards of a doe, an old doe. And I said, okay, let's get you set up. Got her ready. We sat there for 35 minutes. She couldn't pull the trigger. It had made eye contact with her through the scope, is what she says, which it's neither here nor there. But being able to respect that little girl for not doing a desperation shot or a fear shot, but walking away from the shot, I got nothing but respect. Now, it's my job to maintain the herd. So there's a little bit on my end of, you know, I get so many tags because I need to fill those tags for the number of deer that are in this area.
Right, that's wildlife management.
So it affects me a little bit with the management side of it. But for what I got to experience with that little girl and watch her cry and tell her, you know what, it's okay. It's all right. Good for you. I respect your choice of saying, Scott, I can't do it.
Totally.
I mean, we still got the experience. It was an awesome thing. And
she's still educated, understood, and respected.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did, man. Every single experience is different, and I thrive on these, man. Yeah, they're getting their education and their joy out of doing the hunt and everything I can provide them. But, man, what it does for me is 10 times more.
It's got to be, you know, like football, it's the same game every week and you play it, but even though it's the same game, it always turns out different.
Yep.
There's always, and I got to imagine it's the same thing. You could have gone deer hunting 1,000 times, but every hunt is different.
Always different. Always different. James, when I took him up and he piled his up and I started going through the cleaning, the processing of the animal, he reamed me all the way home because I did it too fast.
Way too fast, man. Like, I was trying to take notes and just take it all in, and next thing you know, I blinked and it was done.
Yeah, and that could have been adrenaline too, because I do get to watch a lot of adrenaline. I get to watch these kids, these women, these men. Spike, you're gonna do it. No matter how much you try to control it, you are gonna adrenaline spike. You are gonna rush. There are so many things going through that hunter's head. Man, and I've been there. I mean, dude, it's just incredible. What a feeling. What a feeling.
Well, I am certainly looking forward to it. And I'm, you know, on a personal level, I'm proud of myself for doing the test. Even though when I get done and it's like, I know that there are a bunch of 10-year-olds who just pass the same thing and get the same feeling. But hey,
they're smarter nowadays, bro.
Hey, I've watched Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And I ain't.
There you go. There you go. That ain't no lie. No, yeah, I failed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now I've always been interested in this because you always hear I hear the elk bugling up in Estes Park. And do you remember Elvis the elk? Elvis the elk was
Bullwinkle.
No, Elvis was renowned up in the Estes Park area.
Oh! I thought you were talking about a cartoon or something.
No. But do you remember that? I mean, people came from all over to see Elvis.
Yes.
And bugle.
I do remember.
And I used to love the sound of that. I used to be able to mimic the elk bugle, which I don't think I can do anymore.
Yeah, let's be. That sounds like some zombie.
No, that was Elvis. You missed the Elvis part.
I remember.
That's what Elvis sounded like.
Elvis,
it was
Elvis
humor, you butthole.
I'm gonna have to censor all of that, man. That was just inappropriate.
You don't know what I had to do to make that noise.
I've got to check with
There's a
guidelines.
drawstring on my pants that you can't see.
And there's a bathroom right there.
Okay, thank you.
I've got to check the guidelines on this one. If you're a bleep, there's a reason.
What
If
is
not,
that under EPA?
FCC. I'm not sure. But
Yeah,
we'll look into it.
This was just a test of the emergency bugling system.
Right.
The EBS. That was it. Well, can you bugle?
AGO.
Can you bugle?
AGO.
You ain't got one? You got any animal sounds? I've heard you do a duck.
That was different. That was different. I sat on that duck.
Whatever.
I didn't. No,
it was
that
so perfect,
No,
though.
it was. Yeah. No, I have devices.
Oh, okay. So
I don't
okay.
use electronic because that is something that is illegal here in Colorado.
Right.
But I do have, flutes for geese. There's diaphragms that you can put up in the roof of your mouth for elk and cows, and there's even a couple little handheld cow calls. I utilize a lot of that stuff.
Okay. All right.
I
So
don't.
I
I
can't.
don't try to rip off what you just.
You don't have the
tried.
natural skill that I do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
What? That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Ish.
You want to hear my rabbit?
No,
call?
I'm good.
Wounded rabbit?
No.
Oh!
No.
Oh, I'm hurt. I'm a rabbit. Yeah, I'm hurt. Ouch! Ouch! How was that?
That was beautiful.
That was,
That was
man.
beautiful.
Look out, because some things may be coming after us right
we're
now.
gonna put a zipper on you up there in the woods, man. We need to come up with something to take the voice away once we get him into the woods. We can't have a dying rabbit going off. James.
I'm there to entertain the
Yes, you
animals.
are. No. You are out to make them flee. They are going to flee. And you may call in mountain lion, bear. I mean, that elk call was a good. Something is seriously gone wrong with an animal.
There's something wounded over there.
There is something dying at a horrible death, and that will call in a predator like nobody's business.
Wait till you hear me sing. That's going to be
yeah.
the same kind of
Well, yeah.
Well, I look forward to my first time of going up there and
so do I.
serenading everybody.
So do I.
Hey, we had a contest a while back where we asked people to name our raccoon.
Yes, we did.
Name the raccoon that's sticking out here, and we never did announce what we decided we were going to name the raccoon.
Right, yeah.
But I would like to introduce you. You've seen her over and over on the podcast, but now you can call her by name. This is Sherry.
This is Sherry.
That's Sherry the raccoon.
Congratulations, Sherry.
Yeah,
Nothing more fitting.
That's now there's a little something behind
There's
this
some
too.
animosity,
Well,
fear.
is that what it is? Because you have a sister named Sherry.
I do.
All right.
I do. And we can go into some serious stories, Sherry, of what she did to me as a kid. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
save that for another podcast.
Oh yeah.
Several
Sherry.
episodes.
Yeah. I'm still seeing a therapist because of Sherry.
Well, I'm glad to have her. Welcome,
Yeah,
Sherry, and now we can call you by name.
Yes, we can.
All right. Something else I need you who follow the mic in the mountain. Number one, we appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Seriously, yeah, man. This to be able to take forth what our message and what we want to do. I mean, I was telling James this morning, I got a shout out from an uncle in Florida, full-blooded Chippewa. Brian, here's to you, my man. Thanks for watching us. Clear down in Florida, all around the U.S., man. Share us, love us, like
Please.
us, man. Help us bring the good crazy back into this world, man.
I agree completely, and you mentioned it. I hate to be one to beg and ask those things, but if you do, share the podcast, share it with your friends,
right.
put it on your Facebook page, because we
Help us
want,
out.
yeah, every few people that we get and gets into somebody else's pages, we get some more people who get this message. And when you can bring music, laughter, and wildlife together, it's something we all need. So help us out where you can. And again, I don't mean to beg. We appreciate you so much.
Yes.
But if you can help us spread the word, we would greatly appreciate it. And I know that our IT guy, the other member of the team, James, would appreciate that as well.
See, we give shouts out for this, but we don't really know. I mean, speaking for me wholeheartedly, I have no idea what. So smash that like.
There's probably
and subscribe.
button
There's a button right. Is it here?
A little bit to the right, guys.
A little bit to the right.
Towards
Am I
Scott.
right?
Towards
Towards
Scott.
Scott. That's
There
it.
you go.
Right.
Right about
Perfect.
there?
Right here.
Right there?
Right
Is that
here.
about where
You
it's
two
gonna-
people.
Smash that
That's
like,
big.
whatever that means. We need it.
Yeah,
we
that's
need it.
all right.
We need
That's
it,
okay.
Whatever it
What
is.
we should do is get our grandkids and our kids down here to do the begging because they
Oh
know what
my
that's all about.
I don't
Smash
think
that
the
like button.
screen's going to go wide enough. and what's really bad, man, is if people know us and watch us and like us and laugh at us, to know that this is carrying on a tradition into
Oh, that
more
there's another
kids, that there's-
generations of the
Yeah, that's not gonna. I mean, James is scared of my baby girl, little blonde hair, blue eyed.
So
Aaliyah.
am I.
Well, I'm not gonna. It come from
That's
Sherry. Yeah, thanks, Sherry. The jeans, yeah. So
But
it ain't just our crazy.
speaking of James, I would like our followers of the Mike and the Mountain to chime in and support me on this because James and I got into a bit of a argument that made him hide my notes on me the other day. James,
Ooh,
I know where you're going with this.
Wait a minute. Brother, you getting ready to tap into a lot of people that know how to use this button right here? That we not. You better be careful the way you put this.
Scott,
because
let him speak. I know where he's going with this. Let him
No,
speak.
all right.
no, this
It's
is
all you, baby.
No,
Go ahead.
it is.
Go ahead.
All right, James, this IT guy, which stands for interesting.
Behavior.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it stands for. I was going to say the
Should-
intellectual turd, but he, this intellectual turd known as James, starts ragging on me the other day because I was talking about I need my mouse to work on this computer. And he's like talking about how mouse is some archaic thing that seems to have come when the caveman invented computers that they used, once they replaced the rock with the mouse. But I'm using the mouse. He uses this little teeny pad on his computer and a keyboard, which I
And
say
a control Z and a
all
control
that.
key with a slide this way.
A mouse, right, left. That's all I need to. That's all I need to know.
It's archaic, man. Why are we using this barbaric technology, man? The mouse pad is life now, man. Touchscreen. I mean,
The mouse pad is a beautiful piece of
it
advertising.
is. And up there in the glass case in the history books of what it got us from there to here. But yeah,
Are you going to say that beside the floppy disk is going to be the mouse?
yes.
And there was nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
I have respect
No,
for the floppy disk.
I'm going to do what I did with this conversation the other day. I'm going to just let y'all have it because I ain't.
Okay, you just sit back. James,
Right.
you are wrong on this because
No.
I did a survey. You were telling me that it's like people don't do that. You don't use the mouse. That's so archaic. I asked Elijah. All right. That's
Right.
Scott's son. Okay, there's a demographic.
Younger
What is he,
generation.
12?
Yep.
Yeah,
12
younger
years old?
generation. Oh,
Doesn't
yes.
he uses the mouse because he doesn't like that pad thing either.
Right.
All right. Jackie,
Right.
Scott's wife, mouse.
Notice your track is within Scott's herd.
My wife, mouse.
Still within Scott's herd.
I didn't know she was a member of the herd.
I'm
You
kidding.
down with my herd. You're part of my herd, brother. And
You think that.
To our defense, I got stuck, and I'm sure this, through being educated through the newer generation of our herd,
The intellectual turd.
what
Okay.
you said, that at some point, I mean, he made a valid point, though, dude, and you got to admit this. I'm not digging on you. I got you.
What happened
You know
on
I
sitting
got
this
you.
one out?
I got you. I know, but I got you. But man, it's no different than your finger on your iPhone.
What do you mean?
What happened to the flip phone, Brian? Where's your flip phone that you used to
I
have?
want my flip phone back.
To go get one.
All right.
Amazon it.
Do they make a mouse that's a flip phone?
No, because they'll touch. You don't mouse that.
That's Here's the deal. I know I'm right that more people use the mouse, then use that floaty little pad at the end of the bottom of the computer, the laptop.
Clarification, mouse pad versus trackpad. Which one are you?
What's a trackpad?
what's a
That's
trackpad?
what that little thing you keep talking about. That's what's called a trackpad.
That's a trackpad?
It tracks my
It's
finger.
not that thingy at the bottom of the computer?
No, that is. That's what it's called. It's called a trackpad.
I thought it was called that thingy at the bottom of the
no,
computer.
you old way talking people,
No,
man.
you both got it wrong. A trackpad is when you put one of our sticky pads against a wall for a mouse or rat.
That's what
and
I
you
thought
use
you were
Johnson
going
Johnson baby powder and you sprinkle it before and after so you can see what tracks are coming into the pad.
Okay, here's what I need.
Right.
I need you to comment on this podcast, mouse.
Or
No,
trackpad. No, trackpad. Mouse or trackpad.
Well, see, that's kind of
Trackpad
giving
or
an
mouse?
advantage because
Why?
those they're going to know exactly what a trackpad is, and we don't know what a trackpad.
Well, no, they're not because they're going to be writing mouse.
Right, because they don't know what
everybody-
it works in your favor, Scott.
I think there's a lot more trackpads out there than the mouse. I'm just throwing that out there.
More people use the mouse. Please comment, prove me
Mouse
right.
or trackpad.
He may be younger and supposedly smarter and all this.
For the
crap.
record, I am not against mouse. For the record, it's just there's a superior
Just
technology
statistics.
that's out there.
Statistics. We're just looking for some statistics.
And in rebuttal, I say, all right, that's it. Use your mouse.
You're just jealous. That's all it is, Brian.
Well-
I figured out things that make my life a lot easier, and you're just a little jelly about it. It's all right, man. I get you. It's all right.
All
I'm here
right,
for you.
moving
Stomach down.
on. I got one more thing. All right. You were talking, and you reminded me of this, unfortunately, for everyone else.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, well, it made me think of something else to talk
Oh,
about.
okay.
No, you were talking about tracking pads.
Yes.
Now, me, being the critter getter that I am.
Oh, I'm making you into a
Oh,
damn
seriously, no,
fine
I am a
critter.
tracking fool now.
You are a tracking
I'm checking my
damage
yard. I'm looking everywhere. Well, I happened to be looking under the steps of my deck the other day, and I see it's been jostled around in the dirt. That it's kind of been dug a bit.
Okay.
That,
Yeah,
that there had been something had been there. So immediately I'm on hands and knees looking at tracks.
You smelling
You know, I'm looking for fur.
Did you get your nose up in
Checking.
there?
I got down in there, bro.
Yeah, that's
I'm
my
down
dog.
in there and
That's
I'm
my
looking
dog.
at, and I see a track, and I see tracks coming from there, and I'm like, "What do we got back here, man?" So I followed them, and I'm following these tracks, looking around the yard, and they went down by the trampoline, and I'm following it around, and it came up by the deck, and it led me right to my damn poodle, and that was.
You're still learning. It's okay.
I should have
You
recognized
be
a
proud
poodle
of that.
track right
well,
away.
the smell, for the love of God. Let's talk about you should have known the smell. You wasn't all up in it enough if you didn't know it was your poodle from the get-go.
There was no poo.
Based on what we had talked about at the front of this show with your poodle, which is going to be my pillow.
I know.
Not just kidding, Kyle. I ain't
Anyway,
gonna do
if
that.
you have a situation where you may have wild poodles in your backyard and need somebody to track them, I am an expert because I found mine.
You're getting there.
All right, so
You're
I'm
getting
getting there. That's it.
You're getting there, baby.
Hey, look at all of this started with a hunter's ed card. You know, so
the
there we
man
go.
card.
Oh, absolutely. Man card coming in the mail. But once again, thanks for checking out the Mike and the Mountain. We appreciate you can go to our website, themikeandthemountain.com. Can always find all of our podcasts and stuff going on there. And we're going to keep creating new, different, adventurous things for you,
Yes,
too.
we are.
We are just tapping this keg.
Yes. And remember, you've seen it here first.
What?
Us.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was going to
Because
see what
where
here
nobody
first.
else sees.
Actually, there's been a lot of firsts on here, I think. That's it.
is.
Yeah,
And
good
why
for-
do they keep watching?
Well, they're not because they're leaving us right now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they got to
Yeah.
go.
Thanks for being with us,
Love
though.
you.
Mike in the Mountain. We'll talk to you next time. I'm Brian Gary,
Scott Cisco.
or Sot Cisco, if you will.
Cisco.
Peace.
Son of a milky.
Hey.
There were so many other things I needed to discuss.
Wait, go ahead right now. That
Well,
can be a
no,
fake
I'm
ending.
frustrated
No,
today.
what are you frustrated
It's not
about?
a fake ending. How dare you?
What?
This is real.
I didn't say that was fake.
Okay,
Well,
hold
no,
on,
it's
Scott.
just a
I need
fake
something on
ending.
you and the mouse thing here, Brian. We gotta have a discussion about this whole problem.
No, it is totally on. Comment below, mouse or whatever that hover pad thing is.
Right, the overpad. Okay.